Yay, we're live, and welcome to another rip-roaring episode, an adventure with us at the iTech show. Underwriting supported and helped out a little bit by AZ Strut, Arizona Students Recycling Used Technology. Very important backer of what we do here.
It is.
And I am Jared
I
Bodine.
was gonna say you missed the intro. I'm Asher right now.
Yeah, I just kind of was winging this one.
It's the old memory.
Yeah,
Might
I
be.
know. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. I like to have a little energy when you start, and then you start talking, and then we just lose all that energy.
I've already had at least 500 milligrams of caffeine today.
I don't do a lot of caffeine,
I know you don't.
so I'm not as savvy with the metrics. Is 500 a lot? It sounds like
Yeah.
a lot.
It's over the FDA approved limit.
Okay, so how much
400.
is
Oh,
in like a can of? So I've got dirty Mountain Dew today, which is like regular Mountain Dew, but they put it in a homeless person's mouth and they swish it around and then
Okay.
they spit it into the can, and that's what makes it dirty Mountain Dew.
it's like regurgitated.
Yeah, yeah. They don't feed you like a baby bird. It just goes into the can. But let's see. So I've got my Dirty Dew here, and it has caffeine 54. So you've got the equivalent of like 10 Dirty Mountain Dews floating around in your body.
Yeah, right now.
Oh, that's a bit much.
Well, like, okay,
you're gonna crash by the end of this episode.
Oh,
you're gonna be like,
I woke up at your time.
like 5 something in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you lose a bet? What's going on?
No, I had to go take a test and drop my car off at the mechanic.
What kind of test? Like the stand and use this cup test?
No, it was the Security Plus one I've been talking about.
The CompTIA Security Plus.
Yeah,
You took it today.
I did,
and you failed.
Surprisingly, no.
What? You passed?
Barely.
So that means you're officially Security Plus certified.
Whoever lets me work on a security network needs to be fired.
Wow.
There was a lot of guessing involved.
Well, you passed though, right?
I did.
With what kind of margin?
So I did the math on this. So you need a 750 to pass.
Okay.
Out of 900.
Yeah.
I had a 762.
Woo, on the line.
So I did the percentage.
Yeah.
So you need technically an 83.3 to pass.
Yeah.
I passed with an 84.9.
So like almost a 1% above.
Yeah.
You know, I have had students, I mean, that's close, but I have had students who have literally hit the number. Like 750 was their score and 750 to pass. So, I mean, I have seen people exactly that number. So you could do worse on margins.
Wait, have you ever seen somebody hit the number? Like,
yeah.
Like exactly like.
Yeah. On not on Sec Plus. It was on
plus is like
Core 2.
700, right?
A plus Core 2. No, I think that one's 750.
Is it?
I think it's, or is it 800?
I think it's.
No, it's 650 for Core 1 and like 7 for Core 2, maybe. I don't know. There's
maybe
a different
725.
No, it was a more even increment.
It's like 7 or 5, 750.
Whatever it was, I have had students hit that exact number before.
Did they pass? Because I don't know if it's like equal to or higher.
If you hit that number, it's a pass. If you're 1 point under, it's a fail. I have not seen anyone go under by 1 point, but I have seen students get as close as 5 points under. Which is like that's like less than 0.5%. It's bad.
What's like the lowest score you've seen?
Well, I've seen.
Was it in my class?
I don't remember, but I have seen it in the hundreds.
Hundreds?
Yes.
The lowest score we had in my class was like 300.
Yeah, 300 is actually incredibly low.
Like you have to that's basically trying.
Yeah, I've had students in the hundreds, so less than 200.
Did they try to get? Because like I feel like guessing you're getting at least 50, so that you have to try and go lower.
No, because it's not 50-50 on every question.
Technically,
there's like 4 on the multiple choices. So you have a 25% chance.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
And then on top of that, you don't have any multiple guesses on the simulations.
Yeah, no, the sims were bad.
The sims either you do or you don't. So yeah, it's not necessarily like a 50-50. A lot of people can easily get less than half. But yeah, in the hundreds, like 100 something, it was like 125 or something. It was really bad. I was actually impressed.
Yeah, but that's like
in the wrong way. And here's the worst part. I don't think this person was trying to fail.
Did you tell them to get a new career? Like, if you're not trying,
you know what? I don't think I had to. I think that made it abundantly clear.
I'm not hating on anybody that fails, because like those tests, especially if you don't study right or have the right mindset, you will fail, because they give you trick questions and stuff.
Yeah,
totally okay to fail. But like failing that bad,
That bad is actually an art.
that's pretty like, that's like getting a 1% in a class.
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive.
It was actually, I mean, it was impressive at the same time. It doesn't exactly help my ranking as an instructor. I didn't feel a lot of gratitude for having a student give me the lowest score known to man.
Yeah. You know, we have a mutual friend that is also a teacher, and do you know what one person got in his class before?
No, what? Like on the like a percentage of the class
Yeah,
or
like,
okay.
his overall percentage was 1% or point 0.1. It was point 0.1.
Wow.
Like, the dude, I guess, didn't do anything.
That's like you turn in like the first day there's an assignment to like
Yeah,
turn in
he
your bio card, like
mhm.
my address, my phone number, my parents' name, and you get like pity points just for accomplishing that. Sounds like that is all that person did.
Yeah, I don't think they did a single thing,
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
which, I mean, I don't know why you're showing up to the class at that point.
Well, because if it's a high school, you have
But
to
you still
go.
fail, though, like, you
But
don't get your electives.
but you have to be there for like truancy laws, like you're a
Oh,
minor, you have to be there because in some ways, and this is a problem with some of our school system, school is also babysitting.
yeah, I know. I I've talked about this
Yeah,
before. I don't understand why attendance is a like, I get it.
because you're minors and someone's responsible to make
Right.
sure you're watched
I
after.
get it, but
Yeah.
at the same time, if I'm passing the class with flying colors and I have absolutely nothing in class to do for a week straight, I'm still required to show up.
That's college where you don't have to do that because you're an adult
Yeah,
there, but you're a minor. That's why you can't make that decision
but,
for
like, just
yourself.
let me stay home.
But you're a minor. It
But
doesn't work that
even if
way.
my parents called in and said, "Hey, he has nothing to do, can you just stay home?" It's still technically an excused absence.
Yes, but the other side of that is funding.
Yeah, I know that you get paid they get paid for you sitting in a
Right.
seat.
You're federally funded and it's based on head count. And it's a law that minors don't get to make that decision. They have to be there. And there are some bad parents out there who, if they weren't legally obligated to, probably wouldn't send their kids to school. So society kind of had to say that that's a thing we have to make a general requirement.
Yeah.
So, there are options. You could get a GED and not have to go to school anymore in
G
advance.
GEDs, I will say they're on the uprise, but I've heard from a lot of employers that they're, like, not they're technically while they have the
Yeah.
same requirements,
Yeah.
I've heard that people look down on GEDs versus a diploma.
I think there is a stigma there, but as an employer, I've done interviews. If I see someone that has the qualifications I'm looking for, I don't care if it's a GED or a diploma. And there's some people that I work with, and some people I know that were just screwballs in high school, and they didn't really have their act together. And then they've changed. They fixed themselves up. They understood. They've real lifed it now, and now they're good. Like productive. They figured it out. They know how to do adulting. They just didn't know how to do it when they were kids. So I don't necessarily have that, and I don't know how many people I know really do. But I can understand the sense of that stigma against GED
I
folk.
still don't know how to do adulting, but they gave me my
Yeah.
diploma.
Well, and the nice thing about what you've got is you've got the degree. Now you've got some certs that you somehow managed to
I
pass.
have no idea.
So I guess this is the question because we're, it's a tech related show.
Mm,
What's more important to get that tech job? Those degrees and certs or the
I would say
experience?
experience.
You think?
I barely passed my Net Plus and my Sec Plus
Yeah.
because I mean, like, my Sec Plus I studied for, but I also studied while at work, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like studying.
Yeah.
And then with Net Plus, I studied, but it was also like you know what happened at this school when we didn't have a
Yeah.
teacher,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. Yeah.
I did study for it, but so I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm able to do that, then I don't think technically I can set up a network, like, I don't have a problem doing that, but I also don't think a
Yeah.
corporate should invite me into their security side of things and let me mess around with that.
Because there's kind of three options. There's the cert route, the degree route, and the experience route.
Yeah.
Those are the three things. And my opinion is why pick? Why not go for all of them?
Yeah.
I think an employer, I look at it as like getting a competitive advantage in the workplace. If you want a tech job, get all of those arrows in your quiver.
Yeah.
Why only focus on one?
R
That's what's going to set you apart.
right. I would say well, so I've got the experience, kind
Yeah,
of,
no, you do, you do.
and then I've got
Especially your time at AZ Strut. That's where you
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
that's what
internship
counts.
and the job there,
Yeah, that's all that matters.
and then I've got certs. I don't know if I'll ever go the degree route.
Well, you got the high school and you've got your experience at EVIT, which even though it's still high school, it is a focused discipline, and it is a rank higher than just a standard high school diploma in employers' eyes too. If you tell an employer who knows EVIT, who's like a local employer, that you were in that program, and you got to see what program it is. When I had students do resumes and they would just say, I went to EVIT on the resume, I
No,
would shut that
yeah,
down.
I have, because you yelled
Yeah.
at me for actually
You might have been one of the people I yelled at for it, right? Because I'll be like, how do I know you weren't in the
possibly.
cosmetology class? No shame to the cosmetology class, but that's not the job you're applying for. It's not relevant to a tech job. So if you went to EVIT for a tech class, you gotta list that class.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember this, but like when I was going to what's it called? The skills,
Yeah,
the state
the
competition
competition.
thing, yeah.
Mhm.
So when I was going to do that, I didn't have a whole lot of time to make the resume because that's one of the requirements.
Mhm.
And so I went home and had AI make it,
Of course you did.
and
Slacker.
I didn't change a single thing about it. I didn't even read it. I just printed it out. One of the students in our class saw it, and it was so bad they made me a resume that I took.
Wow. That's funny. Well, there are times when the resume is a mere formality.
Yeah.
I'll bet you in that
Yeah, it
context,
probably was.
it probably would have been fine. But don't turn that into an employer. And I have had people do that. Turn in a resume to me that was clearly just gobbledygook. Like I could tell, like, this is bad. It looks great. The formatting's gorgeous, but when you actually read it, there's no sustenance. It's yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Paris Hilton. Great looking on the outside, but nothing on the inside.
I don't know who that is, but
You don't know?
no?
She just did a commercial recently. That's hot. That's her like catchphrase. She was bigger in the early 2000s.
Mm. So around, like, your 100th year?
Yes, exactly. Paris Hilton, no reference at all.
I was honestly thinking about the
Gosh,
hotels,
what was well, she's a heiress to the hotel.
like the Hilton
Yeah,
hotels?
yeah, she's of that Hilton brand.
Okay.
But Paris is like this like vacuous no insult to Paris there. I'm sure she's a lovely person. But she has this persona of being sort of a mindless heiress to a throne of power that has no discernible work skills except being on social media.
I mean, that's its own skill,
What was it? It was
kinda.
like, oh, it was like Old Navy or it was Old Navy commercial. She was just in an Old Navy commercial, like it's on air now. So like, I'm not the
I'll
one
probably
that's
see it.
yeah. And
Well, I
like,
use ad blockers.
oh yeah, maybe that's why. But like, she walks in and everyone's like, "Ooh, what are you wearing?" And she's like, "I'm wearing Old Navy. It's hot." That was like her catchphrase.
That sounds about right for what you're explaining.
Yeah, you're welcome. Now you know all about Paris Hilton.
Yeah, why do you know so much about her?
I know enough about all of our culture. Unlike
I
you,
know, yeah,
you uncultured swine, I
you
am in the world that we
you
live in.
might know more about actually, no, you don't know the memes of nowadays, like the brain rot side of memes.
I know
Sadly,
some
I
of them.
do.
I know a few. I knew that Oliver Tree died before you.
That is not true.
How do you know?
What do you when did you find out?
I was there.
You were yeah, I could see that.
Except I think it was in like
It was Brazil.
yeah, it was yeah, I wasn't there.
The
Do you know how he died?
Yeah.
The helicopter crash?
Do you know how they were able to identify his body?
The hair?
Dental records.
Was it that
Yeah,
bad?
it was that bad. Well, yeah, you have 2 helicopters and you know where they landed?
I'm trying to figure that out. Okay, these helicopters have windows, right? How do two helicopters not see each other going into each other?
I don't know. If you see the video, it's pretty crazy.
And they don't go that fast. Helicopters aren't like jets.
No.
They're very maneuverable. They
I
can
don't know.
stop. They can tilt. They can bob and weave, unlike an
Well, I
airplane.
almost
How does this happen?
I almost wonder if they get too close though because of the downdraft, if it, like, causes something to happen.
Again, how do they get that close without realizing it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Someone really goofed.
Yeah. Well,
That is insane. Helicopters should be a lot safer. Now, I know there was like about a year ago above Washington, D.C., there was a helicopter and an airplane incident.
I could see that one though.
But that's helicopter like rose up into the airplane's, trajectory or something. And that I can see. But two helicopters
Yeah, I
just
don't know.
like, whoops. What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But they landed in a car lot, like an electric car lot.
Oh yeah, I saw the cars going. I saw damage of the cars lined up. It's pretty bad looking.
Yeah, and I think it was an electric car lot. So,
Oh, speaking of electric cars,
okay, what do you got?
I got to talk about Tesla again.
Okay, what about them?
So last episode, I was mentioning how I was excited to see that something happened with a Tesla specifically.
Yeah, and they didn't mention,
and it wasn't a
yeah.
deal that was no one mentioned. It wasn't, and no one was worried about the fire damage because there wasn't any. Nothing exploded, and it was even in water. It was underwater for a while.
And they didn't mention that it was a Tesla.
Yeah, no big deal,
Yeah.
right? I think maybe we went another step backwards again this last week.
What happened?
My wife showed me this clip that she found doom scrolling. That's her thing. She loves to doom scroll.
So, okay, wait. Now I gotta ask.
You know what doom scrolling is?
I know what doom
My
scrolling is.
goodness. Okay.
What does she doom scroll on? Like, don't tell me it's Facebook.
No.
Okay.
Insta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can get behind that.
She won't do TikTok.
That's fair.
I won't either.
If it was Facebook or like MySpace, like
MySpace, I don't even think that exists anymore.
I don't know.
It?
I think so.
Yeah, but MySpace isn't like Facebook where you have that kind of
I've never used
scrollable
MySpace.
feed. I don't think I have either. In fact, I wasn't even going to use Facebook until a friend of mine was like, "No, this isn't like MySpace. This is like legit. You got to check it out."
The only reason I use Facebook is Facebook Marketplace. That is strictly it.
Well, yeah, because it's become the soccer mom platform.
I mean, like it's like I honestly would say it's better than OfferUp.
It's still legit. I think Facebook. I think it's
resurfaced.
It's one generation older than you that's still using it, but it is still a very viable platform.
Yeah.
In fact, I tell my students when I get to the employability section of the curriculum, I talk about, your online persona.
Oh yeah.
And I tell people you need to have LinkedIn, number one, for professionals.
Yeah,
and
I need
second,
to get that again.
You have to have a Facebook profile. And I always get the groans from the younger ones, but because I teach college now, I get adults, and they don't disagree with me. And then the younger ones are like, Facebook, that's the older generation's platform. And I said, yeah. And who do you think is doing the hiring?
Just give them the history of Facebook that is meant for college kids.
It was, yeah. When I signed up for it, it was a .edu required.
Oh God.
Yeah.
When you signed up?
Yeah. Right. I signed up right as they opened it up to .coms. But,
okay.
like you had to register with an email address, and your email address had to end in .edu.
Yeah.
Back in the early days.
The early days.
Yeah. And I really wasn't going to get into it until a friend was like, no, this one's legit. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
And I got there right before they opened it up to the .coms.
Okay. Wait, we got off topic. So there's something about Tesla. What?
Right. Yeah, she was doom scrolling on
Instagram,
not on Facebook, but who cares? Whatever. And she showed me footage of a Tesla.
Okay.
That was driving full speed. Like
what's full? Oh, I don't know what full speed is for a Tesla. Because like I know they accelerate fast.
They are fast cars.
Accelerating. But like
no
top speed. What's top speed on them?
Oh, I mean, they're bullets, dude. They'll go 140.
The governor. What's the governor stop it at?
Depends on a lot of things.
Yeah,
if you have the performance package, if you have a Model X Plaid versus a Model 3, it can vary.
There's probably no way to get rid of that governor.
They can keep up with any internal combustion engine that's going to be on the market. I mean, now the funny cars and some of those like extra heavy duty specialized cars, I don't know. That's different. But any consumer ICE engine, put that up against a well-tuned Tesla, fully charged in the right settings, it'll blow it off the line. I guarantee you. You're skeptical.
In like a quarter-mile race, I could see it. I don't know about you're telling me like a brand new Ferrari off the lot can go 200 plus miles an hour is beating a Tesla. There's not beating a Tesla in like a 40-mile race or like a 30-mile race. Actually, we could just do a mile race. It'll probably beat it in a mile.
I don't know. I mean, it depends on, again, there's limiters that could affect that. But let's say no limiters at play. As long as the battery charges enough.
You think?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know about that.
It'll certainly beat it off the line.
Yeah, it'll
no
beat it
doubt
off
about
the line.
that.
Yeah, it will beat any car in a quarter mile.
All right, so let me see if I can just find for you the clip. Because it is pretty and I was a little skeptical when my wife first told me about this, but while I'm looking for it, basically what happens is a Tesla full speed ahead goes into like the end of like an end of a neighborhood road, like where there's like a cul-de-sac.
Ooh.
Isn't even slow down. Goes straight full speed into a house. And that thing, when it hits the curb, it flies. And Teslas are heavier cars.
Yeah.
It picks air. And it doesn't do the thing it looks like it was set up for a Hollywood movie.
Yeah.
Because it picked up air, but it still had a perfect bullet trajectory. Like it was a dart. It was so fast.
D So, like, did they ever find I'm assuming the driver probably did not survive.
All right, so here's the video on YouTube.
Oh my
So
driver okay, I don't
now
know.
here's the thing that why I'm talking about this. So unfortunately, someone was in that house. It was an old lady, grandma. She
Oh.
did not survive.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think she
The
survived.
driver survived, which tells you how well built the Tesla
The
is,
driver
although
lived?
oh, yeah. Yeah, the driver was fine. I don't know about fine, but walked away is when it was able to walk away.
Were they able to walk?
I don't I mean, the person didn't that person was perfectly coherent and fine
That's
enough.
actually pretty wild.
Yeah. Did you see the footage?
Yeah, of it, like, speed like, I just saw the camera, but that was
Right? That thing was going in like a bullet.
yeah.
Well, here's the news that my wife told me. She said Tesla was in self-drive when it hit. And I said, "I don't believe you. I do not believe you. Let me see that footage again." That thing was booking it
Yeah, no, that thing is
in a 25 mile an hour neighborhood. No way. Because I have used the self-drive feature. It is very aware of the neighboring speed limits and it'll
yeah.
throttle itself like you wouldn't believe. Even in so there's two different modes too. And this is the other thing that throws people off. With a Tesla, you have full self-drive
Yeah, and then you have assist
and
drive.
there's actually two versions of full self-drive. So you have full self-drive that is supervised
Yeah.
and full self-drive that is unsupervised.
Really? They have an unsupervised?
Yeah, but unsupervised is not allowed yet on
I was gonna
public
say, I didn't
roads.
think it was.
Right. Well, they're trying to get there with like the cyber taxis. So even as right now, you cannot have unsupervised full self-drive.
What about Waymos?
That's I'm talking about Teslas.
Okay, okay, okay.
Teslas are not. Waymos are. Yeah, they're unsupervised. Well, they're remotely supervised, but that's a whole different
The
thing.
Waymos are so stupid,
Yeah.
but
But their full self-drive with supervised is what they have in there. And then so in a Tesla, it will not go more than like 10 miles over the speed limit.
okay.
And
Yeah,
even
no,
then,
yeah, I've seen that.
yeah. Now, with that requires the extra subscription. You have to pay like $100 a month for that. If that person was in self-drive but supervised, first of all, you have to be monitoring the road. If you look away, there's a camera in the cab.
I know, yeah,
Yeah.
it gets mad at you.
If you're looking at your phone, even if it's in full self-drive, it'll beep, and if you don't stop, it will stop self-drive.
Yeah.
It'll disable itself. That's how, like, strict they are on that, and it'll not go that fast. It will not. But my wife, because of the coverage, thought it was a full self-drive Tesla that went into the house and killed somebody. I'm like, that is not true, and then I looked into the article. Even the article doesn't say full self-drive.
It says drive assist.
It says autopilot. The guy who was driving claimed, and again, this hasn't been vetted yet, claimed that the Tesla was in autopilot, and autopilot is not self-driving. People don't understand the terminology of that.
Okay.
Auto so auto dri the, autopilot, what it does is it won't change lanes, it won't turn, it won't navigate. It's a
It's like
it's
cruise
adaptive
control, but
adaptive cruise
okay.
control. That's what it is. It's nothing more than cruise control that will keep the lane as the road
I was gonna say
curves.
wait, okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. If it's that, then that means the dude was going 120 when he turned it on.
No, because here's
Oh,
the
it's
thing.
adaptive though, no?
I just did a road trip with my wife over the weekend. We did a little weekend getaway because both of our kids are
Yeah.
with our respective exes. So,
Okay.
the 2 of us did a road trip. We went to Vegas.
Okay.
Little weekend in Vegas, nice little getaway. I have a Tesla, as you know. I didn't wanna spring for the full self-drive for the month. I thought about it. When I do road trips, I might enable it because it's still cheaper than flying to enable that $100 feature and let the car drive me there by
Yeah.
itself. It's kinda nice. But I didn't spring for it this time. It's a short enough trip to Vegas and back. But I did use Autopilot. Autopilot is free. You're not paying for it. It's
Yeah.
built in. It's basically adaptive cruise control, which is like regular cruise control, plus it'll slow down if the traffic in front of you is stopped, and it'll keep the lane. So if it's a curvy road, it will turn with you. Now you do have to have your hand on the wheel, literally on the wheel. If it doesn't sense your hand on the wheel, it will beep at you and eventually disable itself if you do not.
Okay.
So you have to, and again, it monitors the camera. If it sees you looking at your phone or sees you doing something else, it'll beep at you and it'll warn you. And if you get too many strikes, it'll actually not even let you enable that feature anymore.
Okay.
But what I've done before, and I think was happening here, if he was even telling the truth about autopilot, if you put your foot on the accelerator, it won't brake anymore. Because
Huh.
what car brakes when your foot's on the
Yeah.
accelerator, right? So what I've had happen is like sometimes the sensors are going to play it safe because of the liability. And if there's a car that's going to be, I can see the car is turning, my car might do a little too much caution and slow down excessively or do something that I don't want it to do. I want to keep going because I can anticipate that that car is getting out of my lane and it'll be long gone before
Yeah.
I get there. So I will put my foot on the accelerator to kind of keep it rolling rather than give it that kind of more of a jerkiness like halt.
Yeah.
And that will override the braking on autopilot if you are accelerating manually.
Okay.
The only way that it'll let me go, and then when I activate it, if the speed limit was 65, it wouldn't let me set the speed limit over 70.
Okay. That makes
I
sense.
couldn't do it. The only way I can make it go above 70 in autopilot is to manually accelerate.
So, I mean, unless it, like, really wigged out, but I feel like they've got so many
And
features
if it
built in.
did, he could have braked.
Yeah.
You saw how fast he was going?
Yeah, no, he
If I
wasn't
was going that fast in that neighborhood, I would apply the brakes.
he's lucky a kid wasn't running
Yeah.
around.
That guy cannot blame autopilot.
Yeah.
I think what happened was he screwed up. He thought he could like, speed demon around the neighborhood, and I think he's looking to blame
So he doesn't get a murder
Tesla for
charge
it.
or something?
Yeah. I think he was reckless and he's trying to blame it on the car. And Tesla, there's no news yet because it's just happened on Friday.
Okay.
So this happened less than a week of the time that we're recording this episode here. So it's been less than a week. It takes time. I'm sure that car is now evidence. I'm guessing if he's claiming that Tesla is the reason why. All I know is he said it was an autopilot. I
Yeah.
don't know if he's blaming Tesla, but they have diagnostic tools,
I know they do, yeah.
right? They can put I don't know if they'll use the dash cam footage. They might, but they certainly can say, "Hey, he had his foot on the accelerator."
Yeah, 'cause
Or
it logs all of
right.
it.
Or they could say, "He overrid this," or it wasn't an autopilot, he just said that. And even then, autopilot is not self-drive.
No, it's yeah. Well,
It's
even if it
not
was
the same
self-drive,
thing.
he should be paying attention.
Right, exactly. And
But
he was going so fast. And there's another camera that I saw online that had him earlier. It was like someone else's like doorbell. You could see him crossing, it was about like half mile down the road from where he ended up hitting that house. He was booking it back there too, way too fast for a residential
I
neighborhood.
wonder if he was, like, late. Well, no, he was in a neighborhood.
I don't know what he was doing,
I
but
mean,
you cannot. There's the thing is the footage. Everything my wife showed me on her doom scroll. A Tesla on autopilot causes a death, and I'm like, this is the kind of slanted stuff that I'm talking
okay,
about.
so you think we took a stroll back with Tesla.
I thought we made good progress, and then this Yahoo ruins it again.
Fair enough.
And of course, it's not a self-driving car. Oh no, it's a Tesla specifically.
Hmm.
People always love to rail on the Tesla.
Yeah.
Drives me nuts. The ignorance that comes with that. And meanwhile, you know what I saw in Vegas that I was this close to doing?
What?
Zoox. Have you ever heard of this one?
A Zook?
Zoox. Zoox.
No.
Here's a picture of what it looks like.
What is that?
I saw those driving around. Those are now authorized in Las Vegas. They're fully autonomous, self-driving, unsupervised
That thing is
taxis.
ugly.
They look almost like Volkswagen buses,
Yeah.
but they look
But,
like
like, the wheels are out.
yeah, the wheels are out and they look like the front could be the back and vice versa.
Yeah, it doesn't yeah.
It's like one of those like cat dog things where like both ends are the front, there is no back kind of, you know what I mean?
Said, yeah, did it crash?
No, I just saw them all over in Vegas.
Okay.
They were really cool because what they have too is they have the cars facing each other like a railroad car.
Okay.
There's no steering wheel. There's no front seat. There's like these bucket seats facing forward and facing backward.
Yeah, so it can go back and forth.
So when you get in, it's almost like you've been on a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
It's like a Ferris wheel with seats, like a car. You know, the Ferris wheel, like you got benches
Oh,
on
yeah,
either side,
yeah.
and the people sitting in the car are facing each
Yeah.
other. Right? That's what they are. And they're called Zoox, Zoox. And they were quite a bit throughout the strip on Vegas. And a lot of hotels would say Uber/Zoox pick up here.
Huh.
It's kind of making a bit of a splash over there. And they're kind of funky looking, but
mean,
They're kinda neat, and I saw them driving around, like, they were being
although
used.
I mean, that brings up the electricity demand side of things, though,
What do you mean?
with charging like, have you seen Canada?
Well, I mean, I've been to Canada.
Well,
What do
have you really?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Well, I went to it was the West Coast, Victoria, BC,
Oh, okay.
and it was June, and the weather was
I was gonna
fantastic.
say, so it was probably great weather.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Uh, I guess Canada was having problems with, like, electricity, like, they have to get it from somewhere else now because
Huh.
they can't get it, and then something else about their oil, even though they're the 4th largest reserve or whatever.
Yeah, well, when you have certain policies that restrict the use of your own reserves or
Yeah.
your own, ability to generate, that gets a little political there,
I feel
but,
like with how big Canada is too, they could probably just do, like, a bazillion wind turbines or solar
they have
panels.
so many natural resources available. If they're struggling with that, that's poor management and poor policy,
Yeah.
period. That's the only excuse they could come up with.
They're
Both.
they're in the big 3. It's Russia, us, and Canada. They're, like, the biggest land masses.
Yeah, they're big.
Russia's huge.
Yeah, Russia's way huge. On the map, sometimes we don't realize it.
No, it's gigantic.
Yeah, well, Antarctica is kinda big too.
Well, yeah, but nobody lives in Antarctica.
You sure? There's a lot of penguins there.
There's a lot of there's penguins on one side.
Yeah. Actually, are there?
Yeah.
Okay.
On, I think, the South Pole. They're not even in the North Pole.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I
Well,
don't remember what's in the
there's
North.
research and study bases and things.
I mean, there is.
So there's people there.
There's, like, 4 people on the entire
Hey,
continent.
that's a place where you can get an IT job. They might actually take you
Yeah, they
there.
might take me there.
Yeah, they're desperate enough. They'll take you.
Especially because, like, if I don't show them anything before we
Yeah.
get there, I'm not leaving. They're not kicking me out.
No, that's true. Your severance package includes a free flight home on the next flight in 6 months. Like that's Have you heard about the challenge they do over there?
What do they do?
They put themselves in, like, a really hot, like, jacuzzi, like, not boiling hot, but enough that you would not be able to handle it for more than, like, 5 to 10 minutes, and your body just absorbs so much heat. I mean, it's really, really hot, like, hotter than a regular jacuzzi hot,
Uh-huh.
and then they run outside naked and see how long they can tolerate it.
What the heck?
It's, like, one of the things they do for fun, and I know this sounds like I'm making this up, but I am not
No,
making
I
this
can
up.
see it.
Yeah, it's like the researchers go a little nuts out there.
I mean, I would
They
too
have
if I
fun
was
with
stuck
it.
with the same 4
Yeah.
people for, like, a year and a half.
But they say it's amazing because your body retains so much of that heat that for a few minutes, like, it's like 3 minutes, but for a few minutes, you can go out there, like, without any clothing on, and you feel not bad for a little bit. But, if you stay out too long, you'll get
Well,
hypothermia.
yeah,
It doesn't last
it's
forever.
Antarctica.
But if you walk out there normally without, like, just from a regular environment to that, you would feel the effects almost instantly.
Yeah. It is
And they say it's really trippy
I can
because
see it.
you get out there and your body is like, "Huh, I should be shivering," and I'm not. Really kind of I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's pretty fun.
So, when you get that IT job down there, let me know how that goes.
Will do, will do.
Yeah, that's the one job you're good for. But, yeah, so I think the future of self-driving cars is a thing, but this stupid crap where people make it sound like a self-driving Tesla just drove itself into a woman's house. People hear that, they believe it, it's reckless reporting, it's dangerous to
Okay.
report that stuff, and it frustrates me because it sets back the future of these technology that we should already be at the point where half the cars on the road should be able to self-drive. I'm
I
not
mean,
kidding.
yeah.
We should be there already.
Well, speaking of reputation setbacks,
Yeah.
that brings me into my topic.
Okay,
I
what you got?
can't believe we talked a little bit about this before the show, and I can't believe you have not heard anything from Valve
Well, I'm not a
or
like a s
about
I'm
Valve.
not a stakeholder there. They don't
Wait,
keep me posted on the
about
news.
Valve, though. Like, Valve, the company that owns Steam.
Yeah, I'm familiar with, like, Steam and Valve and,
Yeah, like Steam Decks. Have you
I
heard
just put that together, Steam and Valve. Those are both, like, plumbing type.
Oh,
I never put
I
that
never thought
together.
about that.
Yeah, think about it, like, you have a valve to release the steam,
Yeah, well,
right?
I guess, yeah. Have you but
Huh.
you know about
How
their
did I just now think of this? And how have you not thought of this
I don't know, I
before?
never put 2 and 2
I
together.
mean, think about it, right? A steam valve is a thing,
It is. I just never thought of it.
right? Well, you're welcome.
Well, thank
I
you.
wonder how many people listening right now have having that same aha moment with us,
Probably quite a few.
right?
But wait, okay. So, obviously you use Steam, and do you know about their whole reputation as a company?
Well, I mean, like the monopoly kind of situation, or
No,
like
how,
the
like
anti-cheat stuff, or the licensing stuff. Like, what part of the reputation are
the
you going for?
reputation as in, like, like, people straight up worship the CEO or, like, make jokes about worshiping the CEO
Okay.
because, you know, I think they're the ones that came out with Proton, which is
I didn't realize
I
that.
think they're the ones that did that.
It's a good VPN company.
No, not that, not that.
Different Proton?
Different Proton.
Okay, because I was gonna say, I didn't realize there were any connection. They're not.
Proton as in the emulator for Linux.
Oh, okay.
I
I
think that's what it's called.
I
But
don't know. I don't know that
it's,
one.
like, really good. That's how you're able to play most games on Steam Decks and stuff.
I thought Wine's like a Windows program emulator for Linux.
Yeah.
So can't you just run the game in Wine?
I think it's, like, special drivers or something, I don't know, it's
Oh, okay.
something special.
Okay.
But they came out with that for the Steam Deck, that's why the Steam Deck runs so well, even though it's, like, really not that great of hardware.
Because the Steam Deck is Linux and people wanna use Steam games
Yeah.
on a Steam Deck, so they had to figure it out because 'cause they're not paying for a Windows license on that.
Well, yeah, so they've been working on SteamOS for, like, 10 years, which
Yeah,
is why it's so optimized and why it can run games even though it's weaker than a normal handheld, which allows them to sell it for cheaper.
yeah.
And their customer service has always been great. They're one of the only companies you can do refunds through.
Mm.
The Steam controller blew up. Have you seen that? It's
No.
an ugly looking controller, but
Really? Do
people love it.
you remember I remember the Steam, like the Steam, like the box. What is it called? Yeah, like an Android box that was a Steam thing with a controller.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But have you heard of the Steam machine?
I don't know if I have.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
is that what part of the news is, or is this
yeah,
unrelated?
no,
Okay.
no, no, it is. It is. So
Steam Machine, by the way, great song by Daft Punk. Go look at it. You familiar with Daft
I
Punk?
know who Daft Punk is.
Okay, they have a song called Steam Machine. Great song. Check it out.
They're like
Steam
dubsteppy though, aren't they?
Machine. That's what they do in the song. Steam Machine.
I don't like this.
They have a bass drop in there, so it sounds a little better.
Yeah, I
But
was gonna say this just sounds like messed up ASMR or
but
something.
they well, I mean, they actually have a voice doing that Steam Machine. But it sounds better when they do it. A little catchier.
Yeah, I would hope so.
But now when you hear the song, you're gonna hear me
I
doing this in your head.
then we'll never listen to that song.
Steam Machine.
Okay, well,
Alright, so they have a new Steam
oh my god.
Machine.
Yes,
What's it
so the
about?
Steam machine is
You gotta say it right.
I'm not saying it like that. So
On the
the
Steam Machine.
it does not sound good when you say it like
You're
that.
welcome.
So that
Yeah, that.
is a computer that's meant to rival, like, a lot of, like, the not like the PS5, but kinda the PS5.
So is it a like a console or is it like a PC?
Yes and no.
Well, that really clarified
Yeah,
that.
so
Thanks
so
for that.
it's technically a PC because you can switch out RAM, you can switch
Okay.
out the SSD.
And it runs Linux, I assume?
Yeah, it runs SteamOS,
Of course.
but it's like a console form factor almost. It's literally like a tiny box,
Hmm.
only pulls 130 watts,
That's
and is, like,
low.
stupid quiet.
Okay, but can it do like 4K gaming?
Yeah, so that's what they advertise it as.
At 130 watts?
So this is where the
What
reputation
kind of
hit.
GPU does it have?
That's where the reputation hit comes in.
Okay.
Not 4K native,
Okay.
4K with, like, DLSS,
At least
which is
14
upscaling.
1440 at least
I think
native?
it can run 1440 native, I think.
Okay. I would hope so. That's kind
But
of like a bare minimum
so
these days.
it hasn't, like, released yet,
Okay.
but they sent out demos and they've announced the price, and Steam has stated that they don't like the price either because of
That means it's high.
it's 1,000.
I mean
1,050 for the base.
and it doesn't I don't know, man.
512 gig storage,
That's not enough.
16 gigs of
You
RAM.
gotta have a terabyte of storage. These
Yeah.
games take up so much
Well,
space.
and it's a lot of it's proprietary.
I mean, if you're streaming, that's one thing, but these games, you're downloading 80 gigs a game.
Yeah, well, here's also the thing. They claimed 4K 60.
Hmm.
It does hit that mark in some games.
Okay.
In other games, not so much.
So certain optimized games that they focused on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Cyberpunk, it runs 4K at, like, 30, if
Okay.
that. But, I mean, the problem is they wanted it to combat the PS5, and they do
Mhm.
have some cool features built in, like, you can a lot of consoles miss this, but with this Steam machine, what you can do is, like, suspend a game, and then it'll come back up in, like, 5 seconds, so it's great. You can, like
Okay.
because the PS5 doesn't really do that,
Yeah.
but you can do that. You can also use it like a fully functional desktop 'cause it still has desktop mode and all that.
Okay, so you still got a Linux machine on your hands.
Yeah, so it's still, like, a genuine machine.
Yeah, how much RAM does the graphics card have?
I don't know. I know it has it's not it's like a it's got, like, a dedicated one.
Is it like SoC or is it like an actual
No,
real?
it's like an SO it's like an SoC.
Okay.
It uses a lot of laptop hardware,
So it's
basically.
kinda like how the MacBook doesn't have a like it has like a integrated chip that kind of throws it all in one silicon on a chip.
Kinda. The CPU and GPU are technically 2 different chips,
Are they
but
different
it's
cores of the same chip?
no, 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 they're 2
Or
different
okay,
chips,
okay,
but
but
they're
it is
like
integrated.
but it's, like, on the MOBO.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not discrete, like, you can pull it
So
out.
you're not upgrading it anytime soon.
No, the memory and the SSD is the only upgradable.
Does it share memory with the system memory?
I think it probably does.
'Cause I don't know
It
if I'd
might.
count that as discrete if it's sharing system
Yeah,
memory.
I don't know. I mean, I know that, like, the CPU has, like, 6 cores or 4 cores. Like, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
S
But I will say this, for a desktop PC, the average user, I don't think they really need 16 cores and 32
R
gigs. I think that's
right.
overkill for the average end user anyway. But if this thing's supposed to be a gamer
Well, so that's the thing
and at
is
$1,000 for those
people are
features?
mad because of that, because you can buy a PS5 Pro, way better performance
Yeah,
for still under the price.
yeah. But no desktop mode, and there's less games arguably on a PS5 than all of
Right.
Steam.
If you wanna get here's the really bad part. If you wanna get so you can buy it with the controller and a fully upgraded package, which is like a terabyte,
It doesn't automatically come with a controller.
not the base.
Come
I know,
on!
not the base.
That's like selling a Steam Deck, but the knobs cost extra.
No, I know,
I
yeah.
mean, that's
So,
ridiculous.
for the full package, the upgraded Steam Deck and the controller is like 1,300 or 1,400.
Oof.
That's where people are mad.
Yeah, that's not gonna be a successful product line for them. It's
Right.
not gonna work.
Well, their price was allegedly in the, like, $800 range for the
Even that's a
base.
little high.
I mean, yeah, but I could get behind it for, like, a desktop and gaming and all that, but yeah, it's not looking good.
So I'm Googling the Steam machine because I wanna see what it looks like.
It's, like, literally just a black box.
It's a cube.
Yeah, they made a, Dbrand. Do you know them?
Mhm.
Gotta love Dbrand. They're the
D
greatest company.
Dbrand's great at making your stuff look cool.
They have a Portal, like, box for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
it does look nice, but
It kind of throws out, like, Amazon Echo devices.
yeah,
Have you
kinda,
seen the
yeah.
square Amazon Echo?
Yes. It's
Like the was it like it's an Amazon Stream Deck or something like
yeah,
that?
it's something like
It
that.
looks just like that.
Yeah. Well, they didn't build it for aesthetics, they built it and yeah, that's the Steam controller.
I don't know if I like it.
Yeah.
The square
No, that's what I'm saying, like,
touchpad section at the bottom
people
looks
that bought it love it, but
really?
I don't know, it's got a weird form factor to it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But
Oof. I don't know.
I don't know, this is, like, the first really big Steam L in a while, though. Their customer support is, like, on it.
But I mean, it's not for sale yet, is it?
Not
It's not to
technically.
market
You can pre-order it, though.
at $1,000?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think a lot of people are buying it. I'm
And
sure there's gonna be Steam diehard fans buying it, but, like,
is there gonna be, like, VR accessories to go with it?
it does support VR, I'm pretty sure.
'Kay.
So, there's something, but
They confirmed it'll cost over $1,000. It does have a VR headset and controller options. You can see them here in this picture.
yeah,
I mean, it's
um,
gotta be powerful enough if
well,
it's VR ready, that's
okay,
impressive. Unless the VR headset's doing a lot of heavy
I think
lifting.
it's doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah, okay.
It's they
Mm,
built it to match up with older like, with the PS5 and Xbox Series,
yeah.
whatever, but those are 6 years old.
So they call it the Steam Frame,
Oh,
the
Steam frame.
VR headset.
Oh, okay.
That's called a Steam Frame. Is that something that's already out too, or is this being
No,
launched
that's already out, I'm pretty
simultaneously?
sure.
Okay, I've never seen anybody with this.
Neither have
Okay,
I don't think it's great.
I've never seen the Steam
I
Frame.
think it's also kind of expensive
Well,
as
you know what?
well.
It looks like they got announced
Did
simultaneously.
they? I
Mhm.
thought it was already out.
Well, I don't know if they got released simultaneously, but It looks like they got announced
I
simultaneously.
swear I've seen that before, but maybe I saw it in a demo or
I mean, it
something.
kinda looks like any other
That's
one. It
true.
doesn't look extremely unique.
It kinda looks like, what is it? It's like super high end, like a super high-end brand. I don't remember what their name is though, but it's a VR one.
You mean like Oculus?
No, 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 more high end than Oculus.
There's no such thing as higher than Oculus. How dare you? Shut your mouth.
You mean the budget-friendly Oculus?
No, I mean the premium Oculus. Is Oculi? Is
If you
that plural? How do you plural
I
Oculus?
have no idea.
Oculus is or Oculi?
Probably the second one.
Oculi.
Well, cause like, think about it, like octopus, like octopi.
Is it cactuses or cacti?
It should be cactuses,
It's
but it's
cacti.
cacti.
It is cacti.
I stick by it, should be cactuses.
Yeah. I'm glad there's only one Moses in the Bible, because otherwise we'd have Mosai, and that would be
Yeah, that
weird,
would be weird.
right?
Do you know about the whole, double plurals? Being a teacher, you should.
You mean like cactuses?
No.
What do you mean by double plurals?
So, like, fishes
Yeah.
is, like, a legit word.
Yeah, sadly.
It's a disgusting
Well,
word.
kind of. Technically, fish is already plural.
No, yeah, but fishes is a legit word
It can in certain contexts.
because it's different species and multiple of them.
Yeah.
So it's a double plural.
But if you just have a tank full of them, you'd say that's a lot of fish.
Yeah, but if you're referring to, like, this different species and multiple of them, it's fishes,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is disgusting.
It is disgusting. But it's better than fish eye.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know what to feel about that. Having
I
this
don't know either.
like, I will say, honestly, it's kinda surprising with the hardware inside of the, um,
So
Steam Deck.
so you said it's upgradable. So do you can open this up and it's like, I guess it has like laptop style RAM,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
guessing?
SODIMM, I think. It's just the RAM and SSD you can upgrade, though,
Yeah.
which is also kind of a L.
But those are the two parts that you would really care about
No,
for
I
upgrading.
mean, if you're a diehard fan, I could see you upgrading
I mean, for the
CPU and
basic,
stuff.
simple stuff, most people are only comfortable going that level anyway.
Yeah, look at the specs, though.
Yeah, I mean,
And what do you mean basic level? An SSD upgrade is a pain.
not for a pro like me.
Well, I never said it was a pain for me.
Oh, suddenly it's not a pain anymore, he said.
No, it is a pain 'cause
Okay, because you're not that good,
you have to
right.
reinstall SteamOS.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Try and teach like an 80-year-old grandma to reinstall SteamOS.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's AMD.
Yeah.
It's an AMD CPU.
Yeah. It's AMD CPU and some I think it's either AMD or
4K
NVIDIA.
gaming, 60 frames per second.
That's a lie.
That's what it
I
says.
wish.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, because, yeah, it's not really
Linus has a
clear.
review on it already. All the big
So,
ones have it.
6 core.
Yeah, 6 core.
No.
6 core, 6 thread?
It says it's x86. Does that mean it's not 64-bit?
No, it's definitely 64-bit.
Doesn't
There's
say
no way
x64.
there's no way.
I don't know.
I need to look this up now.
It's gotta be 64-bit. Well, I mean, sometimes they'll say the x86 architecture includes 64-bit, but technically
Yeah.
it's an x64 architecture if it's 64-bit. I mean, I'm just saying. 4.8 gigahertz though, which is
That turbo's high.
that's pretty high.
Is that
That's-
it's okay, it
turbo.
is 64-bit, thank God.
Okay. Ooh, it only comes with 8 gigs.
Yeah, I think you can upgrade it to 16
Oh, the
with
GPU.
shipping.
The GPU is 8
Oh,
gigs.
it's 8 gigs, okay.
8 gigs on the GPU is decent. GDDR6, so that's pretty fast.
It's still older though.
That's
Like
not
all NVIDIA ones are on GDDR7.
It's got 16 gigs of DDR5 system memory,
That's
which
not
is pretty
horrible.
good.
What speeds?
It doesn't say.
It's running 4400.
But you're right, it's laptop style RAM, SODIMM. It does offer a 2 terabyte model.
It's 5600 on the speed, by the way.
That's pretty good.
It's alright.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It's like base.
That's a little more than base. Something in the 4s would be more base, I would say.
You
don't think so?
Like an I can tell you from that Optiplex I had, it was like 44 or 4800.
Yeah, that's more base.
Yeah, but I mean, at that point you can get DDR4 to go that fast,
Yeah,
kinda.
that's true. Storage does start at 512, but it
Mhm.
does have a 2 terabyte model, which, as expensive as it is,
Yeah.
but if it's an upgradable internal drive, buy the 512
Well,
and put in a 2 terabyte on your own.
You can't really get mad at them either, because if you look up the price of a 2 terabyte drive, it's like $400 right now.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
unless you get a used one, but I wanna
Yeah,
recommend
and
buying a
it does
used
have a
drive.
micro SD card slot, but do not trust that for storage for, like, big things because that's just gonna bottleneck your gaming so
I
bad.
know, like, on the Raspberry Pi 3B, I can already feel it.
Yeah, the read-write speeds on a SD card, don't rely on that for anything. It is a 300 watts
But it only pulls
power supply.
130. I think they did that for redundancy.
That is low. That is crazy low. It does have DisplayPort because, a lot of people are gaming on an actual monitor and HDMI. Of course, it has a gigabit Ethernet, USB-C ports, got a
And
couple of
2
those,
USB-A.
couple of the old school rectangular
I
A's,
will say they nailed it with Wi-Fi. Like, they nailed it.
Wi-Fi 6E.
So, not the 6E part, but the connect so they have 2 antennas for Wi-Fi, 1 for Bluetooth, and 1 for the Steam controller.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
Dedicated Bluetooth, 1 antenna.
yeah, you gotta
Yeah.
give it props for that.
Yeah, not bad. Dedicated 2.4 gigahertz controller radio. Dedicated for
Mhm.
the remote.
Yep.
That is pretty good.
And
And
then
it is at least 6E, which is fine. It's not Wi-Fi 7.
but 6E is fine.
6E is gonna last you as long as the console will be
And
relevant.
you know the sad part with that DisplayPort? It is the 1.4,
It
meaning
is.
oh, well, actually, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad.
4K at 240, and then the HDMI is kinda
It looks like the front panel of the square
Oh!
is, like, interchangeable.
Yeah, there's something with the HDMI that's specific.
Uh,
It's CEC.
oh, okay, well, that's not a bad
You're
thing.
gonna have to explain what that means because I forgot.
CEC is where it can communicate with the TVs.
That's right,
So,
so,
like,
like,
it
it's
could
in
power on
sync,
the
yeah.
TV, you could volume control can be integrated. So, it's just like reverse compatibility on controlling and synchronizing controls.
Yeah,
If your TV is off and you fire this up, it can turn on the TV and switch to the correct input that's being used. So that's CEC is a good thing, and it's
yeah,
not proprietary. You can use a standard HDMI on a non-CEC monitor or TV. The video and audio will go fine. It just if the
won't turn it on.
yeah, both sides have to support CEC for that
And
communications.
usually most TVs do.
Yeah, nowadays, but not all the ports do. You have to look and
Yeah, you have
see
to see.
which ports support
Are they
CEC.
typically the ARC ones?
No,
Uh,
ARC is audio
no, yeah,
return channel.
I know it's its own thing, but
Typically, they're separate.
they're okay, I was gonna say.
Usually, it's like this one does CEC and this one does ARC.
Okay.
So ARC, just for people who are wondering what the heck that means, if you ever see that, ARC is an audio return channel. So usually, whenever you send pictures or videos into your TV, the TV is going to use the TV's speakers. But if you want to have a sound bar or the audio go out of the TV to something other than the TV
Yeah,
speakers,
you'd use the ARC.
back in the day, you first would use those like what normal novices call the aux cable, the headphone jack
Oh, I was gonna
style.
say, are you talking about okay.
So people would use that, and
It's not
then
novice, that's like 90% of people.
and 90% of people are dumb for calling it an aux
Okay, you're
cable.
gonna say a TRRS or TRS or TR.
TRS because it has one ring.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then
So that's stereo. TRS is a stereo
and then
connector.
TRRS is with
Three
audio with, like, input and then
left has
yeah,
3 channels.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, sorry, I did
you remembered that from class. I'm so
yeah,
proud of
and
you
you got mad at me.
because you did it wrong.
No,
Oh, I got mad at you for what?
you could say what what TR and S stands for, and I started laughing, and
Oh
you got mad at
yeah,
me.
because you're so immature. You can't handle tip, ring, and sleeve. You're giggling like a schoolgirl right now. You
Dude,
can't control yourself.
it's just like whoever named that knew what they were doing. That's great. That's great.
Only you thinks you know what they were doing
That is not true. Like, half the class started laughing.
because you started it. Once you got the whole class going, it was all downhill from there. Yeah. Anyway, then from there, TVs got a little better and offered the optical output, also known as the
SPDIF.
Toast-Link. Or
Okay.
well,
It's a SPDIF port, but a Toast-Link or
they
no,
would, they would call it Toast-Link on home theater.
yeah,
TOSLINK.
because it was like Toshiba proprietary,
Toshiba
whatever.
Sony Link.
Yeah.
They made the standardized thing together, and it was fiber optics.
They still have them.
They still have them, and that was the next way that people were sending it. But then with audio return channel, and it's labeled as ARC on your TVs, it'll say HDMI and then parentheses ARC. Um,
Yeah.
then what you could do is you could plug an HDMI into a sound bar, and the sound will go. Normally with HDMI, all the audio and video goes from one device to the other in a
Yeah.
single direction. But TVs that support ARC means you can use the HDMI that would normally be an input to now be audio out.
Yeah, the more I've dealt with tech, the more I realized HDMI really isn't that good.
HDMI is better than anything else for home theater we've got.
Mm,
For
mm,
home theater,
deb
nothing beats HDMI.
debatable.
What's better?
If TVs start taking USB-C as an input,
Yes, but we aren't using it.
but it okay, for mobiles things, USB-C is 1,000 times better. It
Oh,
does
100%.
power delivery, video,
Yeah.
audio, all of it
Yeah. Data,
in
audio
one cable.
signals, video signals, and it's so much smaller. It's reversible.
Yeah.
It has everything going on for it, but it's not the problem is with HDMI or the problem with USB-C is people assume just because it fits, it's
Yeah,
compatible
no,
with whatever they want it to
I
do.
wish.
Yeah.
I wish.
And just because you have a USB-C port on your TV doesn't mean it can do all the things that your laptop USB-C port could do.
If it's got the Thunderbolt sign next to it, which is like a lightning bolt, it
Yeah.
can basically do everything.
Yes. If it has Thunderbolt capabilities, it's using the USB style connection, but the underlying
Protocol,
logics,
yeah.
the protocol it uses is a step above that, and that is way better, but TVs aren't utilizing those.
Did you see like that one? This is old, but did you see that like one Chinese alternative to Thunderbolt that blew it out of the water?
No.
It like because Thunderbolt is a protocol.
Yeah.
This one was both reversible like USB-C.
Uh-huh.
Every single one did the same thing, and then it was also like twice as fast as Thunderbolt 5. It was moving like
Thunderbolt 5 is really fast.
yeah, I know, it was moving.
Huh.
And then it was,
How is it for power delivery?
yeah, it did power it did all of it. I think it was up there. But I think it was like there was no overhead because with Thunderbolt, you technically have a slight amount of overhead
Yeah,
because
but it's not bad.
no, but it's negligible, you won't ever notice it, but there is a slight amount, whereas with this one, there was no overhead. It was, like, hardwired like that.
And everything you did got sent to the Chinese government in the background?
Pretty much, yeah.
Uh-huh. There's always a catch. There's always a catch. I don't know. Yeah, I'm happy with USB-C and all that, but for home theater, nothing has come close to knocking HDMI off its throne, and it's lasted a long time compared to other protocols.
Why is DisplayPort not overtaking it?
You know, that I don't know. Although I've never seen DisplayPort with CEC or ARC.
I know. That's what I'm well, is it just built in by default? I've never
No.
tried it.
I mean, there's things you can do with DisplayPort that you can't do with HDMI. People argue it has better color, has better refresh rates, and the big thing that it can do is it can do daisy chaining, which is where you could have a single cable come out of the back of your computer into the first monitor, and then another
But
display port from the first monitor to the second. But how many
Yeah.
people are using that feature? I've never seen one. I've only seen it in theory.
once.
Yeah, once maybe. Most
It was
monitors,
a coder.
yeah, and most monitors that have DisplayPort
Don't
only have the
yeah.
in. They don't have the
They don't
ability
have
to.
an out.
The protocol supports it, but the hardware that you have likely doesn't.
Yeah, 'cause nobody really uses it.
Most monitors have a single DisplayPort in, not an in and an out.
I will say, like, you ever notice most monitors, if they're like VGA or whatever, don't have HDMI, they have a DisplayPort instead?
Yeah, I have seen that.
I
Well,
don't know why.
I think DisplayPort.
'Cause DisplayPort's
Yeah.
free.
There's a licensing thing. It's more open source,
Yeah.
which is another thing that is why like Dell and a lot of those other places, you get those ultra like business style PCs, they'll only have DisplayPort sometimes.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
And DisplayPort is fine, but if you have a TV that only has HDMI, because TVs don't support DisplayPort that I've ever seen, then you have to get an
Yeah.
adapter. So I
Okay,
don't know.
one more quick note because we're about to hit our mark.
No, already?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna talk about the stupid controller from Valve.
What? Were you really? It's
Uh,
not stupid. Most people love it. I've never tried it. It's like
Alright.
$140.
You've never tried it.
I'm not paying $140 for that.
Yeah, all the controllers cost about that much.
I still use a PS4 controller.
How much are those?
They don't make them anymore.
Oh, okay. But like, if you like get the Xbox style controller, they'll still cost
I
about
do
that.
have a PS5 controller, and that was 70.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they're about 80, 75 for the regular Xbox, but then if you get the Elite, those are
Yeah.
like 150.
It's kinda the same way with
So,
PS5.
so hot take, best controller in the
PS5
market.
or PS4.
PS4 over the PS5?
Yeah, I don't like the PS5
I don't like
controller.
the PS5 either, but why is PS4 better?
PS4, I don't know. I've just used it longer. I feel like it's more comfortable than an Xbox.
You know how long it's been since Xbox has
It's
changed their
it's been a
controller?
while.
But you know
Xbox One.
yeah, do you know why? 'Cause it's that freaking good.
Okay, that's debatable.
No, it is. It is my favorite controller hands down to this
I don't
day.
like the thumb placement.
I love it. Maybe it's 'cause you have small little baby hands. If you have adult man hands like I do, the Xbox controller is pretty good.
I don't
I mean, look at, like, the Wii or, like, the Nintendo
I think we
controllers.
have the same size hands. You actually might have slightly bigger.
I don't know, man. I got, like, man size
Yeah, actually yours
hands.
are a little bit bigger, I think.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I got more calluses, so
Yeah, but not from work.
yeah.
But yeah, so controller-wise, I'm an Xbox person.
Nah.
I love Nintendo, but their controllers aren't as good.
Yeah, no, Nintendo's just sucks.
And they're made for smaller hands, especially like the Wiimote or not the Joy-Cons.
Yeah.
Those Joy-Cons are a cool concept. I love how, like, adaptable they are. They can use 2 in a pair, you can use them separately,
Yeah, but
independently.
the problem is you slide it off and it's like
I know, but yeah, exactly. When you have, like, man-sized hands and you're holding that little rinky dinky.
well, that you ever notice that? Like, girls and kids, like, have no problem with that. You only hear the dudes complain.
Yeah, because it's built for smaller
Yeah, it's
hands.
like the time. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
because my thumb can hit all 4 buttons at once.
Do you remember the first Xbox controllers? The OG
No,
ones?
I started with the 360.
They had a big Xbox logo in the center, and they were beefy controllers. They were big. I liked them because I had big hands, but yeah, kids struggled with those
I could
ones.
see it.
They've slimmed them down, and I think they found the right. I mean, that's why they haven't dramatically changed the controller design in
Forever, yeah.
generations because they nailed it. It is by far my favorite controller, hands down. And I like that
Yeah.
it's compatible with desktop gaming.
Yeah, I don't like the PS5
So
though.
I'm not a big fan of the PS5. I didn't like any of the PlayStation controllers. You ever used a PlayStation 1 controller?
No.
Oof, those were rough.
Oh, but on my side note,
Yeah.
so I did a project like this week or last week.
Okay.
So, as I said last episode, I switched to Fedora, Linux
Yeah.
Fedora.
Yeah. Big
Y
mistake.
You know what I was missing out on? I never really used Face ID on Windows.
I thought you said you got it working with like a side.
So I did,
Yeah.
but I was using my webcam because I thought my IR camera was broken.
Right.
Turns out it wasn't the IR camera that was broken. I didn't have the driver to make the light pop up.
Oh, well, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't notice it because it's, like, so dim usually.
Yeah.
But so I ended up installing some random driver off of Reddit, and it works.
Okay.
I probably got a
That's
virus
that's
with
a little
it.
sketch. So let's how much time do we have? Where are we at?
An hour and 2.
Okay, so we'll do a quick thing on drivers because that's an important thing for people to understand.
Yeah, I've fixed a lot of problems by just Windows X device manager,
Right.
uninstall, reinstall.
But what is a driver? Because that makes to
The
most people, they're like, "What are
Yeah,
you talking
the
about?"
way I've always explained it is, like, it's instructions for how your computer knows how to use like your camera
Yeah.
or your speakers or graphics card's a big one.
Yeah.
You'll get a lot of performance out of that. Windows is actually getting better at that, but
Well, there's a big change on that. So let's finish describing this. So that's pretty good. I usually use a similar one, but I'm a little more specific. Instead of saying just instructions, I'll say it's like the user manual.
yeah,
Like when you open up a new piece of tech, and not everyone does this, but you're supposed to read the user manual so
I've
you know
never done
how
that.
to use your tech, right? I know not everyone does, but the concept, we all understand the concept
Yeah.
of that. And if you plug any piece of hardware, USB drive even, a mouse even, if you plug anything into your computer, Windows does not know how to use it unless you provide it with the manual.
They have automatic.
Well, but it has a manual.
Yeah.
The manual we call drivers. Drivers are what we call it when the operating system says, "Here is how I use this thing that's in my computer and that's in me,"
Yeah.
right? And if there's no drivers for it, then it has no manual. Without a manual, it can't use it. Now, we often, and I'll stump students with this all the time, like, "Well, do you need a driver for a mouse?" And they'll go, "No, of course not." Yeah, you do.
Yeah, that's a big thing with laptops.
Well, yeah, oh, the touchpads especially.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But even like a USB, a generic off the shelf Logitech USB mouse, do you need to install drivers for that?
you should.
No, the answer is yes.
You don't need
No, you
to.
do.
No.
But Windows,
Oh, okay. If you're talking about that, okay.
because people think I just plug it in and it works. I didn't install anything.
You do
Well,
that because Windows does its job.
you didn't manually do it, but USB is thankfully plug and play. And what happens is Windows detects something is in there. It looks at a library of pre-installed or like it has its own library of manuals, and it'll find one that it says, okay, this one's close enough. I can use this set of instructions to run this mouse, or I can use this driver to run this mouse. Now, if it's a specialty gaming mouse and it has all these extra buttons and
You're
features,
probably not gonna get those working.
then you have to go to the manufacturer's website and download the updated drivers or, set of instructions,
Yeah.
manuals for that mouse. But everything needs drivers.
Big thing for printers.
Oh, printers especially. So people are used to having to get drivers or whatever for printers, graphics cards, specialty devices. But people assume you don't need it for everything, even
You
flash drives.
should.
You do. You don't need to get the manufacturer
Yeah.
ones, but your computer needs
Well, yeah,
them.
but no, I mean, like, have you ever used Windows Updater for
Yeah.
getting
Well, and so Windows used to be like, I'll use a generic one
Yeah.
unless you provide a manufacturer one. But now Windows has gotten to the point where they work with major manufacturers like HP, Dell, Samsung, major printer manufacturers, Ricoh or Canon, all those guys.
HP,
I think it was like,
Xerox even?
yeah, it was Xerox. And so when you connect it, Windows will automatically use an actual like manufacturer approved
I
driver.
would still download it manually.
If it's like a printer, you would. But see, here's a big change right now that I just read about, and this was on my list, so you reminded me of it. Windows is making a dramatic change. The way they used to operate is when you would plug in hardware and you would like do like a default, hey, just install this and let Windows do it. It would first look for the manufacturer specific drivers that it could have access to and install those first. If it didn't find those, it would use like
Generic.
their own generic or their own Windows made driver. There is a change coming to the operating system soon. I don't know the exact date. It might already be in effect. I think from what I read, it's in effect like next month.
Okay.
Windows is now going to prefer its own driver over the manufacturer driver.
Why?
I don't know.
That's a stupid
I don't know.
update.
But that's what's going to be the default in Windows. So when you install a basic printer now, if you just plug in a printer and if you go through like the find a printer, hit a button and says, hey, install recommended drivers for me, which is what most people do now. It used to find the manufacturer driver, which has all the bells and whistles. Now it'll find theirs first. And if it works, it'll leave it there. And that's its definition of working. So you print a test page and be like, okay, it's fine. But if you have like an office printer that has stapling, scanning, stapling, hole punching, all those finishing,
Faxing, yeah, all that.
Two-sided printing, color printing, that stuff might not work with the Microsoft driver.
Yeah.
So now you're going to have to go out of your way to make sure you install the manufacturer driver because Windows is no longer opting towards those, which is a weird choice. I don't know why they're doing that. So if you're buying a printer in the next few months, don't just do a test page, like one test print and say, oh, it works. You need to test features on that printer.
I will say I've also fixed a lot of devices by so if you click Windows X on your keyboard, it brings up like this menu.
Yeah.
You go to device manager and then you see like a triangle, like an error basically.
Yeah, it'll list all the different components of hardware your computer can see.
Yeah, and then if it'll expand to the one if there's like a disabled or an
Yeah.
errored out one. But I will say I fixed a lot of them by just going in there. When you go to remove it, sometimes if it has a driver that's corrupted or something, it'll say uninstall the driver or do you want to attempt to uninstall the driver?
Yeah.
You do that and then you do that and then there's like a scan button at the top that refreshes the hardware list.
Yeah.
Fixes like 90% of problems.
And also you can just right click on it and click on update driver. And that'll also force it to look for an updated driver and that can fix it too. And it's a little faster.
I've always just done the uninstall because Windows gets
Uninstall is probably
funky.
cleaner.
Yeah.
It's a little more laborious, but it's probably cleaner.
Well, that's one of the problems with like gaming laptops. Like if you do a fresh especially newer laptops, if you do a fresh install on newer laptops, you're most likely not going to get all the drivers.
Yeah.
Even if you go to their website, a lot of them don't have public drivers for that.
So if you're a novice listener right now and you're thinking this is too advanced, it's actually not. If you go in there so it's called Device Manager, and another way that you can get there is I just right click on the Windows icon. And if you right click on the Windows icon, it'll be in the list of things that'll pop up in a menu. One of them says Device Manager. That'll take you straight there. If you see something in a triangle, it's already not working anyway.
Yeah.
So you're not risking making something worse. It wouldn't show that if it was working. So you're not going to break it. It's not a big deal. to just try and update your drivers. That is something that an end user is meant to be able to do. You shouldn't have to pay Best Buy Geek Squad or something like that to do something minor like that. Now, if you're still struggling and you can't figure it out and you do like some of the basic things like that we just talked about, okay, yeah, there's a lot of great tech places in the valley. I can give you some recommendations there that you might want to go to if you're struggling beyond that. But you could do a very simple update driver thing.
Yeah.
That's not meant to be advanced stuff. It's just people don't know to look for it or what it means.
If you go in like the optional updates too in Windows, you get a lot of drivers.
Yeah,
Now I would hesitate before downloading those because that's also where preview updates are stored.
can be. You can, yeah, but you're
You
selecting
you
those.
you
None of those automatically download.
Yeah, I would never install a preview update.
I would avoid the word preview, but yeah, there are sometimes I've had laptops where like I just can't get the trackpad to work.
Yeah, and then you go in there and
But then you go in there in the advanced options under Windows Update, and then you'll see IBM this or Lenovo that or Synaptics or
yeah, and
something.
if it errors out, it's most likely a like you'll get this with like so Windows will pull those updates and store them, but
Yeah.
not install them. So like when people would bring their computers into me, I'd get all the time where I'd see like HP printer driver updater.
Mm,
Don't even bother running it because unless
nope.
that printer's there, it's not going to update.
Right. Yeah, it has to detect the hardware. It has
Yeah.
to be connected.
So if I was doing a remote for somebody and it's there, I'll download it.
Sure.
But if not, then I'm
Yeah.
just leaving it as is.
You almost sound like a real tech now.
I know,
I
right?
said almost. Don't get your head all big. Well, you do have the holy trinity of CompTIA certs now. Which
Yeah, that was I don't know why they gave that to me.
I mean, that's awesome though. Congrats.
It is. Thank you.
Of course, it's only for 2 more years.
3
3 more years.
because it just renewed my other ones.
Right. So you only have the holy trinity for 3 years unless you keep on renewing. But for the next 3
That's-
years, you're marginally employable.
Yeah,
Don't come to me for reference. No, I'm just kidding.
you are on my resume.
You know what? As much as I like to tease you, I'd probably say decent things about you if anyone asks.
Not to my face.
No. That'd be
Yeah,
kinda
my
crazy.
ego's too high for that one.
Yeah. No, only behind your back.
Okay.
Yeah. There's other things I say behind your back too, but I'm not going to say all. All right. Well, we're getting the shut it down sign through the window. Apparently, I almost talked enough today, so I'm going to have to put a pin in this conversation until the next exciting installment of the iTech Show. Once again, thank you to our underwriters, AZ Strut, helping make this possible. The very computers that we are using to stream this out right now and to record this on were donated by AZ Strut, Arizona Students Recycling Used Technology. I've been Jared Bodine.
I'm Ash Ridenauer.
And go ahead.
I was just gonna say a side note. The dinosaur sitting next to me is also on their time.
There's someone else in the room?
You
said there's a
on the
dinosaur next to
camera.
you?
Wait, it's like reversed. Is it on my right or left? The dude with gray hair.
You must be off camera because the only 2 people I see in here is you and me, and
You're around like 65 million years
I'm
ago.
26 years old.
26?
You seem surprised by
I
that.
feel like you keep going down.
No, it's always been-
Actually, I feel like it used to be 24. But
yeah, 2 years have passed. That's how time works, Asher. Jeez, this person. Your age goes up 1 every year. What is wrong with you?
It's been like 3 days since you said 24.
I don't think so. In 2024, I said I was 24, but now it's in 2026.
So you're telling me you were born in 2000.
Oh, thank you for noticing.
BC. All right.
All right, I'll let you have that one because I'm feeling generous today. We'll see you on the next exciting installment of the iTech Show. Have a good one.